Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today we're going over to Black Sheep Brewery and it's their Blitzen. Got it from Morrison's, £1.50 a bottle, which is good. You know, I think £1.50 is a fair price for a mod trad bottle these days. So fair play on Morrison's for that. Could have charged £2. I still have bought it for £2, mind. 4%. Good to see Black Sheep out there. And it does say on the back, so let me get the old magnifying glass, the magnifying glass. And it's it says, this deceptively sessionable ruby ale is packed with festive flavour. So expect notes of burnt orange, dark fruits and a touch of chocolate. Limited edition, fan favourite, featuring orange peel and muscovado sugar. Ooh. For extra festive cheer. Christmas only truly begins upon your first sip. Santa approved. I like that. And, you know, we've always got to be happy for every time Christmas comes round, you know, because in the world we're in, we never know, do we? And obviously, with health and everything else, we never know. So those watching this is, I've not started taking me diabetes tablets yet, but already I've cut out sugar in my coffee. So instead of having 3 cubes of coffee, 3 cubes of sugar in a coffee, I've just cut it out altogether, gone to nil. I'd rather do that than prat about. Anyway, beer intake, slashed it by half. We'll get down to the, you know, moderation. Yeah, there's a thing about moderation. I'm not going silly, but I'm not going blooming teetotal either. I'll just make sure I cut out things where I can, and possibly at some stage 1 beer a day. Yeah, probably, and at low ABVs as well. But anyway, on with the beer review. Let's not go too far. So, lovely ruby red ale on this. Little bit of a white head going off. Fruitiness on the nose. By gosh, this is cold. It's drank at basically fridge temperature and then some. So a little bit too cold. So whatever flavour I get, it's going to be accentuated when you get it in the house. For me, always drink at room temperature. I think it's king at room temperature. Mod trad beers, modern traditional beers, are king at room temperature. Unless it's a, you know, a more craftier mod trad, then yeah. Oh, after a day at work where it's been absolutely freezing, it's lovely to be in warm clothes. The beer room is actually not too bad, to be fair, although I'm not going to stand in here long. Black Sheep do another Christmassy beer, Snowflake, I think it was called. Supposedly out and about in supermarkets. It certainly wasn't in Morrison's because I'd have bought it. Absolutely love Christmas. It's a time of the year that I look forward to more than any. Being back in gardening, I literally take 2 weeks off for Christmas and enjoy those 2 weeks off. We was going to do some decorating on the run up to Christmas, but not worth it. We'll do it after Christmas. We're having the bathroom done at the moment, so that's a barrel of laughs as it is. Yep. Bloody electrician pulled out one wire and didn't bother to check where the wire came from that he pulled out. Yeah. Indeedy. But yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, lovely tasting beer. Do like Black Sheep Brewery. So pleased they got saved. Obviously, things will need to change. Some things will change at the brewery, as with all breweries. I mean, sometimes it's a case of modernising, but hopefully not going too far away from their original ethos. There's a dangerous precedent when you go too far and it loses, what it was in the first place. I'm kind of feeling the same with this. And if you didn't know and you're watching this, I've been diagnosed with diabetes and I'm already cutting it down. But, if I go too far, then what's the point of life if there's nothing to look forward to? So moderation. So yeah, I'll be a good boy for the most part, at least. I certainly don't think I'll be drinking Imperial Stouts anytime soon, so that's had to go out the window. Yeah, here's what it is. And binges, lots of beers at the weekend is going to have to be a thing of the past as well. So, hey ho, you know. So, love the artwork on this Blitzen. I really like the fact that Morrison's have got back into doing Christmas beers. There are more Christmas beers I'd like to see them bring back. St. Peter's beers. I mean, I'd love that to go national. I think there's two St. Peter's beers, the Winter Ale and the Christmas beer would be amazing across the country. And it might be the thing that I chat to somebody like Mozza Beers on Instagram. At least send him a message and let him know what I think. And, sometimes you have to go direct and push the buttons and pray that they reciprocate with those buttons. And, it is what it is, I suppose, on that side of things. But years ago, Morrison's used to be amazing for themed beers. I love a themed beer. I know some people do, some people don't. Some themed beers are just the same beer with a different name wrapped up for Christmas, which is a bit cheeky and a bit there are local breweries near me that do the same. I mean, there's Castle Rock. They call their Elsie Moel. Then again, they're the same company that put food dye in a beer to call it a different name, and it's the same beer in a different name with a dye, which is I've never heard of that in the beer industry. I assume it probably goes off, but it's a curious thing. So I've been told. I've never been able to get both the beers together to test out that theory. I've only been told by an ex-employee. So yes, very interesting, very interesting. Maybe it's an ex-employee with a bit of grief against them, and that's why he said what he said. Yeah. Oh. The weird thing is, for the first time in the whole time I've been doing beer reviewing, it actually feels like a guilty pleasure. And I've got anxiety drinking beer. with other things in mind, obviously, and I've got anxiety drinking beer. I've got full on anxiety thinking about drinking beer. And yet, the nurse said, moderation. Try to get down to the units a week, try. And cutting down on things, and from whatever I was doing, cutting down, and yeah, I've already done that. I know that over the summer months with the homebrew, I was rattling it, and sometimes temptation's the worst thing. So yeah. I mean, the fact is that I work super hard. So most parts of my life, I'm actually, doing it all the right way. Obviously, I'm not on some sides of things. And obviously, lots of coffees in a day with sugar in is not a good thing. 6 or 7 cups of coffee a day with 2 or 3 cubes of sugar, it is not a great thing. So, yeah. Anyway, back to the beer. Do apologise for anybody watching this thinking, bloody hell, why is he rattling on about that? Yeah, this is a yearly venture back into Black Sheep, and I'm ultimately proud of Black Sheep doing that, staying alive and all that. So, the aroma now starting to come through. Like I say, room temperature's king, with this beer. But the fruity aromas are coming through. 4%, so not too bad on the ABV side of things. If you are keeping your ABV down, God, I can't believe I'm even talking about that. Although I still don't care what the bloody units are, in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, I've seen what the units are. But anyway, would I drink this again? Absolutely. Next Christmas, it'll be on my list to get. Out of 5 for me, good 4.3 out of 5. A must drink at Christmas. Cheers.